Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show. Yes, you'll notice an extra box right there that says Gabriel's audio, and it's on purpose because wait till you hear the audio that's going to come out of that box in a few seconds, okay? Today we have Gabriel Bello in the studio with us. How are you, Gabriel?
Doing well.
Oh, I'm so excited to have you because I got to hear a little taste of what's going to go down. So I'm excited. Welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show, everybody. And listen, grab your virtual seats. Tell everybody there's anybody out there in this world that they want to be a part of this virtual studio audience today because we have a great show lined up for you. So let's go ahead and grab our seats and get this show started. Hi, I'm Kim Jacobs, the Balance Doctor. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real, relevant, and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
All right, everybody. Yes, it is the Kim Jacobs Show, and I'm here today with Gabriel Bello, and I'm super excited to have him in the studio. So let's get ready to start this episode. Today, I have Gabriel, which I love that name, by the way. We all know why. My son is Gabriel as well. Is a #1 Billboard and SESAC award-winning smooth jazz saxophonist, vocalist, and keyboardist. In addition to performing, Gabriel is also a producer and arranger, and he has numerous credits that you can check out all throughout Wikipedia. And he's also a husband and a daddy of a daughter. So I wanted to just welcome today Gabriel Bello.
Thank you
Welcome,
so much for
Gabriel.
having me, Miss Kim.
So glad to have you today. I'm super glad. So we're going to have a great show, and I'm excited about everyone getting a chance to learn more about your journey and who you are as a father. From this perspective, let's just go back for a minute and talk from where it all started for you. How did you become this smooth jazz vocalist? And I'm serious, there's some smooth jazz coming from over there.
Well, we can go all the way back to the beginning. My parents immigrated here illegally from the Dominican Republic.
Oh, wow.
Separately, my father when he was 17, 18, my mother when she was 11. Of course, like all, Caribbean Latinos, they go to New York because, America is New York.
That's right.
You live in America? Yes, I live in New York.
I live in New York.
That's America. America's New York City. So I was born in Massachusetts, raised in Florida, educated and raised in the church. It's the best place for for kids to learn music. At least it was when I was growing up. And studied music in Cleveland, Tennessee, Lee University. Ended up getting cancer. Had to drop out of school, and that's where I got this. I don't know if you can see the microphones. Got this lovely scar. The Lord healed me of cancer. I had stage 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma. And for those of you that don't think the Bible is true, let me tell you, I'm living proof the Lord is who he says he is in that book, because the chemo was killing me. It wasn't doing a thing. And the tumors in my chest, and they can go to my YouTube channel and they can hear my entire testimony. But it was a miracle. And, fast forward then through years of full-time music ministry and learning production and getting into doing music professionally as well as in ministry. My first album came out in 2011.
Wow.
And was #1 on the charts for 11 consecutive weeks on the smooth jazz charts, and also hit #1 on the jazz charts, unseating the great Michael Bublé for a couple weeks.
What?
He sold way more records than I did, but for a couple weeks there, I happened to beat him. So, and and I just released my first compilation album because I've been recording music professionally and releasing it for 15 years. And I put up my first compilation album a little less than 2 weeks ago called 15. And It's
Wow, that's you brought us up to speed fast. So now
that was
that was like a real.
oh yeah, that was the synopsis, the one page, the one sheet.
That's the executive summary right there. I'm like, okay, so we got to go back a little bit. So, Gabriel, how did you end up meeting your wife? Because you got to take us a little bit through the family aspect.
Yeah. So I met my wife, one of the churches I worked at, her mother was the secretary. So that's how we got connected, and we got married with this year in just about 2 months. And in 2 months, yeah, 8 or 9 weeks, we'll have been married 10 years.
Congratulations. And then the thing is, you made it just real simple, like, oh, I met her at this church. You done worked at a lot of churches, right? So I know you've seen quite a few people, but this particular one caught your eye, right?
Oh yeah, she's a hard worker. She's modest. She's beautiful, and she doesn't flaunt it. Because when you are a prize, you don't have to unwrap the package to show the whole world what your value is.
Woo! I love it. I love it.
A hardworking, righteous woman. You can't. That's what Proverbs 30:31 was talking about.
I love it. I was trying my best to find a photo in here. I'm like, I see a whole bunch of photos, but I don't know. I don't see the wife photo. See, I should have got a wife photo in here.
Oh, she's in there.
I know. And I'm gonna do. I know I can find it right on your Facebook page, right?
Yeah, right on the Facebook. There's a
That's where I'm going. I'm going to Facebook. So tell us. You said her mom was a secretary at one of the churches. So
her mom?
You saying that in particular? What made you say that? Did she connect you all? Did she like matchmake, or what happened?
No, it's just it was actually about a year after I left that church that I'd become single, and I reached out to her and went on a date. Well, I went on a supervised date. I had one of my best friends come there with me, and I'm old school, so and then we started talking on the phone, and I let my intentions be known. I'm not one for I don't do anything casual in my life. Everything has got to have purpose and direction.
I see all of these pictures. Okay, I got to pull a few of these images in at some point. Okay, this is awesome. So you ended up taking her and out at a supervised. That's important for men today to hear. Why supervised? Because from a balance perspective, I believe in positioning, and wrong positioning can get you some wrong results. And so what's your theory on that? Clearly you share that thought.
Oh, absolutely. That was something I thought of all the things people disliked or mocked our past vice president about, he always brought his wife to meetings. I'm like, that is the smartest thing you could ever do as being a man in that position of power, because ain't nobody going to make any kind of false accusations. He's never going to get accused of doing anything inappropriate with a woman because his wife's right there. So, and she can always say, no, I was there.
I was here. Good point. And then let me pull this up. This is the family, right?
Yep. And that tie my little girl had made, that was my Father's Day tie last year. So
I love it. And this is you all too right here.
Yep. That was our either our engagement party or the church threw us like a little shower. I think that was wedding shower, actually.
Oh, very nice. I just went through your Facebook page right quick and grabbed some photos. That's awesome. But I think positioning is so important. So having that supervised date and then making some determinations and making it more official is what I think I hear you saying, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. So now you've taken us through the background and took us to the fact that you're married, you have your beautiful daughter. And so clearly fatherhood is extremely important as well. And you being in this father role, how is it with you pursuing your goals and your dreams as it inspires your young daughter? Any thoughts about that with parents out here watching?
It's it's a balancing act. But I'll tell you, it's worth it. It's especially, I believe every child is a miracle from heaven. But my child is more so because, like I said, being healed of cancer, before I was healed, and I mentioned I went through chemotherapy, and the chemo wasn't doing anything, but what it was supposed to do was supposed to make me sterile. so I wasn't supposed to be able to have children.
Oh my God.
And yeah, it was a miracle that we had her. And yeah, as far as, you know, raising her and the parental, you know, we've got her in a private Christian school. You know, we're paying for it, even though we pay taxes, that, you know, she could be in a public school. I went to a very small private Christian school, and you know, and so did my wife. And then both of us were homeschooled through high school. So to guard her from a lot of the, you know, and I mean, not to disparage, you know, there's a lot of good teachers out there. There's a lot of
Oh
good
yeah.
kids, but there's a lot of nonsense in our public school systems. So I'm making the investment in her future
Right.
to have her in a safe, secure, and Christian environment. You know, and if you know you got a different religion, you know, if you're Hebrew and you want to take your kid to Hebrew school, hey man, make that investment. You know,
Right.
because you want your kid to turn out a certain way. You know, certain environments will keep them from, you know, from certain things. You know, if you want to drink swamp water, you want to drink spring water. You know,
Right.
environment has a lot to determine of who you are. It's not all the determining factor, but it
Makes a
it's a
difference
lot
from
to
your
manage.
perspective. Yeah, so I often say anytime people share different things on the show, first of all, I am a Christian 100%, and I believe in the Bible, and I believe in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And actually, man, Gabriel, all that testing before I go live, I always pray with not one guest has ever come on my show and we went live and I didn't pray with them. So I have to take a quick moment right now and pray, because I cannot go forward without the show without praying. Okay.
Let's do it.
And we didn't do that because we were backstage. I'm so sorry. Okay.
That's okay. I'm always prayed up. So
Okay, but still, just a quick 2-second word of prayer. Heavenly Father, Lord, I
absolutely.
just ask that you allow Gabriel, myself, and everyone that's encountering the Kim Jacobs Show to be blessed. Lord, allow souls to be saved, and allow us to continue to salt the earth, to continue to do the work and the will that you have entrusted to our hands. In Jesus' mighty name, I pray. And you can pray, and we obviously pray in the same names. Amen.
Amen.
And I always do that, so sorry about that.
It's okay.
Yeah, so my thing is, and obviously I grew up in a public school system and went straight to public schools. So I do believe also in public schools, but then I also believe that there are private schools that have extra things that they are endowed with to be able to do some extra creative things. So it's whatever works for you. As you're watching the show, you have to make the best decision based on where you are financially and wherever you are in life at this particular phase, to make sure you, as an advocate, as a parent, and that you're as involved as you can be, no matter whether they're in public, private, or wherever. You need to be an advocate as mommy and daddy to
just being mindful, and not just, you know, well, this is what's in front of me. It's looking at your choices and making a decision, as opposed to just people making the decisions for you.
That's it, Gabriel. I love it. I love it. Okay. And then you talked about cancer. So when you're talking from the perspective of being diagnosed with cancer, when did you find out that you said it earlier?
19 years old.
Wow. And what was happening at that phase in your life when
I was in college, you know, killing it as a music student. My GPA was like 3.9.
Wow.
I was involved in several traveling groups, and I mean, there was only two music groups that I was not involved with at some point in time in my music school, and I did all that in 2 years. I traveled with all but two of the traveling music groups at my you know, university, and I played in almost every ensemble. Played in chapel. I mean, I sang. That's where I learned how to do production. I spent so much time in their MIDI technology, the music technology lab. They eventually made me the overseer. It's kind of like Joseph, except it wasn't jail. But they're like, they saw me there all the time, and anytime anybody had a question, they're like, well, you ask Gabe.
Ask Gabe.
Eventually I got a scholarship for it, because hey, you know, who knows how to use this, you know, this notation software or this recording software?
Gabe knows.
This guy, because he was in there. If he wasn't in the practice room or a class or a rehearsal, I was in that MIDI lab.
So hearing that you had cancer, and obviously nobody can prepare for that moment that you find that out. How did you come into that knowledge that this was actually cancer for you?
So may he rest in heaven. My director of my primary traveling school, Dr. David Horton, he actually called me into his office to ream me out because I had missed a couple of rehearsals. And it was funny because everybody was like, Gabe doesn't miss rehearsals. I
Right.
was laid up in the bed and I was having no energy and just sleeping a lot.
Mm.
So he said, as soon as I walked in the office, the Lord spoke to him and said, he said, the Holy Spirit said, he's sick. And he immediately, instead of starting to jump down my throat, he said, how are you? What's wrong? Where have you been? What's going on? And I said, I went to the campus, doctors, and I went to this people, and they just, they tested me for this stuff and this. And he said, well, you're going to my doctor tomorrow. So he sent me to his personal physician, and they ordered x-rays. From the x-rays, they ordered CAT scans. And when my mother, who was a nurse, heard that, she knew that this was serious.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know what a CAT scan was. So from the CAT scan, they saw the tumors in my chest, and then they ordered a biopsy. From the biopsy, they determined it was cancer. And the way I actually found out the test results, they took me to my pastor back home in Central Florida, in the Land Church of God, Pastor J.D. Simmons, and they took me to his office to kind of break the news. And my pastor, I believe his wife, and my parents were there, and I didn't say anything. And we're walked out of that meeting after the pastor prayed with us, and my mother said, you haven't said anything, say something. And I said, I guess this is just another faith builder. That's all I said. So yeah, I really learned a lot about the power of words in that entire process. I learned a lot. There's some things you can only learn through trial and testing.
That's right. Going through it yourself and then being able to say, oh, this is what my mom was talking about. This was what my spiritual advisor was talking about. Finally, it makes sense that the words that we speak out of our mouths are healing, or they can cause curses or whatever. So this is
death in life. It's in the power of the tongue.
Death in life is in the power of the tongue.
Fruit.
And it became very important during your journey dealing with the cancer. Wow. And having a spiritual leader at the university, and again, rest his soul as well, but to have him have that revelation that, no, this is not your normal situation. We need to get you really checked. So God gave him some spiritual awareness and an awakening to be able to even impart that wisdom to you.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm so grateful that you say, God healed you and healed your body. And so was it confirmed with the doctors that the cancer was gone?
Yeah. Yeah. When so the Lord healed me. I don't know if you've ever heard of Ron Canoli. I got called to play a concert for Ron Canoli, one of my best, a dear friend of mine, Caleb Bolaños, very sick. And it blows me away. I still don't even know how my parents let me I drove from DeLand, Florida to, I believe it was Greenville, South Carolina, by myself to go play this concert for Ron Canoli. And I mean, I don't remember the drive there, the drive back. I tell you that's how much medication
God brought you there and back.
Yeah. And the night of the rehearsal, it was just the brass players. And Caleb is a trumpet player, so it was several trumpet players, a couple trombone players, and myself on sax. He said, Gabe, after we rehearsed all the charts and stuff, which I knew 90% of them by memory because I've been playing his music in church growing up.
Right.
He said, I didn't call you to play this concert because of your abilities as a saxophonist. I called you because tomorrow when you play, the Lord is going to heal you. What? And when I played, there's a saxophone solo in a song, Whose Report Will You Believe? Whose report will you believe? We shall believe the report of the Lord, for his report says I am healed. His report. So right before the saxophone solo starts, it's a call response. He says, are you healed? And the crowd responds, yes. That's where the saxophone solo starts. And that's when the Lord healed me. I can feel the Holy Spirit right now. Ooh. So here's the crazy thing. I had testing, they kind of test you every 8 to 12 weeks to see how everything's progressing. And
right.
the first time, because I went through chemo for about 6 months. And the first testing that I went through, the tumors had not shrunk. The chemo was having no effect. And they had tested me right before I went and played this concert, like a week or so before, and we hadn't gotten the results yet. And then when I came back, it was gone. It was all gone. So either the Lord healed me before I ever felt it, or he not only healed me, he changed the test results, and he restored me because I was able to have a child.
Completely restored. Okay, y'all. If anybody else
missed
is
church
watching this,
yesterday, we're about to have church today.
OMG. Okay, so now if anybody else is watching this and you are feeling what we're feeling, which is the excitement and the enthusiasm that God did an about face, turned the situation around for Gabriel Bello and gave him the ability to even be able to have children. Obviously, with cancer and going through chemotherapy, there will be a no-no that's not going to happen statistically and can't happen and so forth. But guess what? According to the reports that he was receiving, he wasn't going to be allowed to have children. He has what? He has a daughter. Mm-hmm. He has a miracle child right here.
She looks just like her daddy, but pretty.
She is so cute, so cute. And so is your lovely wife. And God does answer prayers. He's still in the miracle working business. So I'm so excited that you're sharing your testimony today here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Listen, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to hear some songs from, or whatever performance you're going to be doing. Gabriel, we'd love to be able to hear some of that. If you guys are enjoying today's episode, go ahead and put a 1 in the comments. If you have questions for Gabriel, please type your questions and we'll get those answered as well. Today's episode is sponsored by snowlegal.com. Again, snowlegal.com. You can email them at info@snowlegal.com. And I'll also give you their phone number at the conclusion of this commercial.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or ride share, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
Absolutely, everyone. And let me also give you their contact information. Please say that the Kim Jacobs Show referred you to them. Their phone number is 704-358-0026. And the email is info@snowlegal.com. Tomorrow on our episode, attorney Kenneth D. Snow will be coming on doing a legal moment with attorney Snow. And what he'll do is he'll answer any questions that you all may have legally. And I love when they come on and do these legal moments because it gives them a chance for you to get your questions answered. So 704-358-0026. And tomorrow at 11:30 during the regular scheduled programming, you're going to get a legal moment with attorney Kenneth D. Snow. All right. Cool. All right, Gabriel, let's see what you're working with over there. What do you want to do? That's the reason we have this whole box here, is because his audio is coming in through there. And wait till you hear what's getting ready to come out of there.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna do this song. It's on my compilation album. It was originally released on my second smooth jazz album, but it was my third solo album, but it was my fourth album that I'd ever released. This song I'm gonna do it's called Make a Move. And just to encourage folks, oftentimes, especially when we're dealing with faith, we're saved by grace through faith, and not by works. But if you don't ever make a move, where's your faith in action? So a lot of people have a lot of pent up dreams, a lot of things they want to do in life, and they just never make a move. So this is
Make a Move.
Yeah, I can't remember what track it is on New Day, but on my album 15, it's number 11. So here we go. Let's do Make a Move. Let's make sure you can hear that, right? Give me the thumbs up.
Yes.
All right, I'm turning this mic off so I can play some sax.
Wow. 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 Okay, if anybody else is feeling the same vibe, put a wow in the comments. Wow, wow, wow. Let me put some wow. Wow, 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 Gabriel.
Not bad for a Monday morning.
Oh, please.
Mondays are typically my day off, so
Okay, let me put it back over. This is crazy. OMG, that's incredible. So that's just saying make a move.
make
Do,
a move.
meaning what? Do something.
Yes, you have to. An object in motion stays in motion. An object at rest stays at rest.
Wow.
So we got to work while there is still day. And for the jazz fans out there, there's a little variation and semi quote of the all famous Chuck Mangione tune, "Feel So Good."
Yeah.
And I threw that in there because it feels good to make a move. So
yes, it does.
Da, ba, 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 da, ba, ba. That's totally Chuck Mangione. That's totally feels so good. So I just snuck that in there as an homage to that album and that amazing artist. I love his stuff, and it made sense. Make a move. It feels good. Make a move.
It does feel so good, Gabriel, to be able to make a move. And sometimes when we're making a move, it doesn't always, you're not sure if it's really the right move at that moment. Can you speak to that for a second? What if people are making moves and they're like, okay, how do I become some super #1 Billboard guy type of thing? What moves will I make that will get me to that direction type of thing?
It's there's a book called my friend George Gerbasi turned me on to, called The Compound Effect.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's about moving, an inch at a time, just a little. I didn't start off being, I'm gonna make a record and it's gonna go #1. Even though it was my it was my first solo album, but that was not the first album I'd released.
Right.
It wasn't the first project I'd produced. I'd worked in Nashville. I'd learned in Tennessee and done a ton of recording for other people for free, and some people, and then eventually worked up to where people would pay me for my services for recording and producing. And I had been doing it, let's see, since college. So I built my first recording computer somewhere in like 98. So 1998.
Wow.
My first album came out in 2011. So do the math. It's 13 years.
That's 13 years. So, wow. Okay. So that's okay. Right now, guys, look, we're getting ready to go to a flash round. So if you have questions, comments, shout outs, anything, make sure you go ahead and type them. We're going to get a chance to speak more with Gabriel Bello and find out some more details. There may be some questions that you guys have that you'd like to get the answer to pertaining to this mega superstar that's taking a moment to come right here to the Kim Jacobs Show studio. And we're going to get those questions answered momentarily. Listen, we also have another episode sponsor, which is Hunter Everidge Law Firm. Now, Hunter Everidge Law Firm, they focus on personal injury, workers' compensation, disability, social security, disability. And if you're dealing with some type of accident that's of no fault of your own, then definitely you want to give them a call and reach out to them. Here's more information about them now. Hunter Everidge Law Firm, right in Charlotte, North Carolina.
My father had 4 of his fingers amputated in a workplace accident. It was the first injured individual I represented, and I knew I had to win that case. When someone walks into my office and they've been injured, I know what they're going through. If you've been injured at work, work with Hunter and Everidge. We've got the experience, so let us help you.
All right, everyone, make sure you reach out to Hunter Everidge Law Firm and make sure you let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show did send you their way. I'll put this one up there, located on Monroe Road in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the phone number is 704-377-9157. You can also inbox them on Facebook at Hunter and Everidge and let them know your story, and they'll be happy to respond back to you, okay? So, Gabriel, let's see some of the comments and questions and things that's come in from the studio audience. My mom is on. She said, good morning.
Good morning, Mom.
All right. We're talking with Gabriel Bello today, who is a #1 Billboard and SESAC award-winning smooth jazz Christian saxophonist. I said a lot of that, right? That's a lot.
Yeah, I've been still working on, I think I have my brand down to just, I'm calling it Christian jazz, even though I mean,
Christian
yeah,
jazz.
if you listen to my albums, it's, some songs sound like Boys to Men and Brian McKnight, it's like pop R&B, and then there's the jazz stuff. So it's like, I just call it Christian jazz because basically
Right.
jazz can be
Christian
anything these
jazz
days.
artist.
Jazz
Yeah.
can be anything.
Okay. Andrea Belk, she said, "Oh my God, like this is some good stuff. This is good." And she put a number of one in the comments for sure. Let's see some other comments that came in. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Let's see. Oh, Shayla. Shayla is the one that did my theme song.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
She can
Good
sing.
job, Shayla. She produced it and sang?
Yes.
Nice. We need more female producers out here.
And she can sing opera and you name it. She can sing it. She can sing everything.
Beautiful.
Oh, Angeline Hill has a new show called Sip and Chat for everybody that's watching. Make sure you guys go and tune in to her show on Sundays at 7:00 p.m. And it's called Sip and Chat with Angeline Hill. And she takes off the mask. She says anybody that comes in, there's like a no judgment zone. You can just remove your mask, leave it at the door because you're coming in and get some good information. And her guests do go deep. So make sure y'all tune in to her new episodes as well. And let's see. Angeline said, "Watch out, Kim. Stay here with us." Oh, I must have been getting ready to zone in, go in all the way with that music. Let's see. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Angeline said. All right. Any more comments here? I see you tagging people, Dr. Yolanda Jerry. Oh, Gabriel, she wrote a book, her and like 30 authors, called My Walk Past Hell. So they have a new book out talking about their walk past hell. Imagine some men being a part of that anthology.
Absolutely.
Because you done walk past some stuff too, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's I remember after I was healed, telling my mother, I said, that chemotherapy was so bad for me. And I know some people are able to just like take chemo and go to work. And I'm like, well, praise the Lord for you. Not for me. I told her, I was like, I wouldn't wish this on like the worst terrorists on the planet Earth. I mean, it was torture for me. I mean, you're being poisoned essentially. And they hope that the cancer dies before you do. That's essentially, what it is.
Well, oh man, this is some intense wording. So come on through, Mr. When you were playing and performing, they said, here's some wow. Yes, incredible. You have to do something. I'm a jazz fan all week. Make a move. Everybody's inspired by everything that you're saying here. I love jazz, a native of New Orleans, and attend the Jazz Fest often. And so lots of it feels good to make a move. Yes, by faith, we make a move. We trust God. Lots of comments have come in. So you can go back to later, Gabriel, and here. Dr. Jerry said, Volume 2 will be all male authors.
Nice. Cool. Very cool.
Maybe you two can connect. Say y'all connected through the Kim Jacobs Show, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. Okay. Now you have actually done a tribute band to Stevie Wonder. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so that kind of got started. I was playing. I'd taken a part-time position at a church that wasn't near. I'd built a house, and I was working at a church that was 3 hours away from my house.
Okay.
And playing a restaurant 2 nights a week. Ilios Noche, or was it? It was one of the Ilios Noche restaurants near downtown Charlotte. Just awesome place. Stratos Lambos, the owner. I mean, if you ever go to any of Stratos's restaurants, it's the best food at normal prices. It's like 4-star. It's like 4 or 5-star food at like 3-star prices. It's great.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Yeah. Lamb burger, the lamb burger. Oh my gosh, he's Stratos is cool. He's like half Puerto Rican, half Greek. Awesome. So we connected because the Latino connection. Anyway, so I'm playing there, doing a one-man band thing, singing, doing, playing piano and singing and playing tracks, doing some saxophone stuff. And a friend of mine that I was playing in his tribute band called The Stranger, his name is Mike Santoro. I mean, you go see this guy, it's like watching and listening. Like I'll be walking through the grocery store and Billy Joel will come on and I'm like, my wife would be like, oh my gosh, that sounds like Mike. I was like, well, yeah, that's the point. He's sitting there just hanging out, just, eating and watching me play. And, we're chatting and hanging out during the breaks. And he said, man, you really sound, like you kill that Michael Jackson stuff, but man, when you sing Stevie, you sound
It's
just
over. You killing it.
So he's like, you should do a Stevie. So I think it was almost a year that he bugged me and said, you need to do a Stevie Wonder tribute. You need to do a Stevie Wonder tribute.
Is this
And,
you?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. There's hold up. I don't know if I can send you one. Let me see if I can find one of the newer ones, like my newer
I think I
picture.
see one with you with some glasses on.
Yeah, there's one with me with the wig, and I mean, like, and I used to do like the whole like dress up as him, like legit, and have him in the braids. Like I had a lady.
Oh, I
here in
see
front-
it. I found an image. I'm over here looking at them as you're talking about. This is amazing. Let's see. Are you in like an African shirt sitting at a piano?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, I
a
got it. I got it. I'm kind of talented at this. Let's see here. This is, oh my gosh, you really do. You going all in. You ain't playing, you getting in character and everything. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I would have him walk me out, and
That's it.
yeah, that's like a special effects wig, and that's it. It's with braids, and there's beads in the back of the braids, and I don't know where in the world happened to the newer poster. But the newer poster, I mean, so I learned to play anyway. Long story short, he talks me into doing it. I finally decided to do it. I've toured all over North America doing it with, and we've had invitations to go to China, Europe, Australia, and actually we were supposed to go to China and Australia last year. So obviously we didn't do that last year, but yeah, I mean, I used to do, before everything happened last year, anywhere from 40 to 60 dates a year.
Wow.
Did a couple television experiences, and yeah, it's an amazing I love Stevie. He's just exudes positivity, and
we all love Stevie. Yes.
Yes. Everybody, it's I don't think I've ever met anybody that didn't like, like had a problem with Steve Morris. Anyway, so, and that was actually my only album that's not featured on that compilation record. Is I did a whole album, saxophone smooth jazz tribute, called Steveland, which is actually his name, but it's like Steve Land.
Wow.
And yeah, it's
You want to give us a little sample of any piece of that?
Yeah, let me pull up a little bit of
Well, let me go over to the questions while you're doing that, while you're pulling it up. Anybody, first of all, y'all, if y'all in the studio audience want to hear a little piece of the Stevie Wonder, Stevie Land, then put a 3 in the comments. Put a 3 in the comments, because we can't just have Gabriel on here doing all this performing and nobody wants to, hear a specific thing, right? So we need to know y'all are participating here today. Let's see. Put a 3 in the comments if you want to hear him perform a little bit about Stevie Land in honor of Stevie Wonder.
I'll play a little bit of a tune that's actually has me play, because I learned to play the chromatic harmonica for this show. So I learned, I can do, like I Was Made to Love You, and For Once in My Life, and Isn't She Lovely? I literally learned that instrument for that performance, and you can hear just a little bit in this one right here. Where
over here to the center?
Here we go. Let's do this one. It actually this one features my little Miracle baby. You'll hear her a little bit in this.
Oh.
If it'll play. This is actually my version of Isn't She Lovely, which I mixed with a song that I wrote called Miracle. And come on, computer.
I'm excited about this. So 3s.
You hear? That's me playing harmonica. Yeah, it came out so nice. Yeah,
Wow, I love
that was
that.
the
I
first time,
love that.
and that was the first time I'd ever recorded myself playing it too. So
Playing the harmonica. You playing the harmonica?
yeah, the chromatic harmonica, the one that Stevie has, that looks, it's like this big. It's
What?
ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like playing a cereal box.
I'll say. Wow. So yeah, people say you sound amazing. You sound absolutely amazing. And I love this version. People love that particular version of all of the versions. So this is amazing. I love that version.
Yeah, it's great. My version of Send One Your Love gets airplay. I mean, every week it's playing somewhere. So I just don't get paid because it's not my song. It's Stevie.
Right. I hope my stuff don't get blocked. They'll be like, no, you've now didn't get whatever they tell you on YouTube. I'm like, huh?
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, it should just be like, hey, we're just letting you know that we got to send Gabe some money, and on that one, it's going to be like we're going to send Gabe and then Stevie some money because.
Right. Well, how do people get access to your music? So we can go ahead and put that in here too.
Yeah, so you can go to my website, GabrielBelloMusic.com. They can actually click right there on the front page, and they can get some free songs. Just click on that little thing. It just costs them nothing but an email, and they don't get I don't spam people. And then if they'd be so wonderful as to support this humble independent Christian jazz artist, then go to my shop and they can order actual physical CDs. I sign them, I autograph them. I've got t-shirts. This is actually a new t-shirt that's on there, but I've got one with my logo.
Nice.
Yeah, this is actually a special T-shirt for people that are supporting my the studio soundstage I'm building. I'm building a 1,500 square foot soundstage, and this is this is the shirt that I send them when they support that. And they can go to YouTube and on my YouTube channel and find out all about that. But yeah, I've got the shop there on the website. But if people have Apple Music accounts, Spotify, Amazon Music, whatever Google is using, I think it's YouTube Music now. All my every album that I've done, which is Gabriel Bello, the one that was #1. Hey, Andrew.
Andrew's in the audience. He said, "Hey, Gabe Bello, you are amazing."
We got to give him props because he's the reason I'm here. He was the one.
Yes, thank you so much, Andrew Roberts, for always booking great guests here on the Kim Jacobs Show. You are truly a blessing to the Kim Jacobs Show.
He's got good taste, and I'm being 100% objective. So I'm not saying that because I'm here. He has good taste in music. So, but yeah, all my jazz albums, all my Christian albums, everything that I've produced, that I've released, including a church record that I did with a 60 voice choir called "You Are My God." But I tell people, now this is the reason I put out the compilation, because I've put out so many albums. When I go to do performances, they're like, "You have so many records. Which one do I get?" And I'm like, "Well, I got this one. So if somebody can only afford one,
right,
you get a little bit of everything." It's literally there's 2 or 3 songs from every album I've put out on this thing, except for my first album that I put out, Abishai, my first Christian group, which the only song that's from that is the first one, which is the Great Is Our God remix, which is the single I just released a couple weeks ago. That's actually getting some airplay and some radio stations.
And what is that called again?
Great Is Our God, and it is funky, super funky.
Great Is Our God.
Yes.
By Gabriel Bello. That's awesome. On all.
Yeah, I wish I had a track of this, because I don't have a track, so I can't perform it. But it is. I mean, I want to put you in the spot,
but I was like, come on, let us get something.
What I want. So they can check that out. I have a music video for that on YouTube. I put out just about a week or so ago. So spent a lot of time on that. It's a funky tune. The saxophone solo.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. That talk box on there is this thing that his name is Bosco Conte. He invented this talk box that you don't have to have a tube in your mouth, and he's worked with Kanye West and all these other big time artists. And when I released a little snippet of that on Instagram, he said, boy, that's sax, because when the saxophone solo comes in, he's like, it hit me so hard. He's like, that was
It is amazing. I can feel it like all through my pores. It's amazing. Amazing. Andy, did you want to come into the studio? Or are you staying backstage? Are you coming in? Can we pull you in? You want me to pull you into the show? I'm gonna pull you in. Andrew, I pulled you in.
hey.
What's up, Gabe?
How are you?
Doing
Nothing,
great.
man.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
I thought we had put a clip of the video because it is a great video. Great is our God, and I loved it. I thought we had one to queue up for you. Is it possible we could play it, Shannon? Do we have it?
I'll find out. Let me find it.
Okay.
Great is
If not,
our
I'll send it
God.
right away.
Huh?
I apologize for being late. I had another conflicting.
Oh, don't worry about that. Did you email me the clip, Andy?
I believe I did. I think I sent it to Shannon, but I will send it to you in a second. The clip.
Okay. I'll pull it up.
I'm
Send
sure.
it over to me at my Yahoo account, and I'll pull it right into it. All right,
we'll do.
That's funny. Look, we having a whole meeting. That's what happens on the Kim Jacobs show. They're like, wait a minute, I have something I'm gonna send you right now. I'll send it over to you. Okay, that's teamwork, you know. Oh wait, Gabriel, I can't hear you. Okay, wait a minute. You have to unmute yourself. Oh, there you go.
Okay. Back in the day, you had to, everything had to be done weeks in advance. Like, now it's just like, oh, I can just pull it up, just.
Yeah, I'm like,
I love technology.
sometimes that makes me be like, what? I got to get this thing downloaded in 2 minutes or less.
Yeah, we can, grab somebody. Hey, I'm on an airplane, but I have internet access. So, hey, they're on the interview because they have high-speed internet. It's just
the beauty of technology, right?
when it works.
Now, what inspires you? Because we didn't really talk about that. What inspires you to even create music at this level?
Oh, it's really at this point, it's always been and will always be the Lord. And the deeper I walk in fellowship with him, and the more I spend time with him, and the more I understand, the more secrets that are, the more you read the Bible and you're like, I've read this, I've read this scripture I don't know how many times, and how in the world did I not see this?
Right.
And because it's just from that everything else comes. You go outside and you look at a tree and you're like, God made that tree.
Yes,
you look at the sun, you look at the stars, you look at the beach, you look at the mountains, you look at another human being, whether they're brown, yellow, red, or white, and you just there's boundless inspiration all over this planet. So
yes.
I pray for those, and I try to make music for those that suffer from depression. And I've had people that have been healed of depression at ministry events I've done, and people that there was a lady that had manic depression that literally wore out one of my albums because she said when she listened to it, she had no issues with her manic depression. But it's difficult for me to even understand that, because I look around and I'm like, I get frustrated, I get challenged, but I mean, just you just walk outside and look up. You're like, wow, I'm alive. I'm alive on this beautiful planet that God made.
I agree with you. It's so many things that can inspire us on this journey. My mom, for many years, she's been taking pictures of just images of little things that she sees when she's walking, going along her daily routine, and she'll just snap a picture. And it's just things that she can go back and later refer to that's really inspiring to her. And so I agree. Just looking at those small things in life and appreciating them. I do want to take a quick moment to just say happy birthday to my sister. And she actually just turned 50. Wait a minute, I'm going to pull.
Wow.
Yeah, she turned 50 today. She's so, wait a minute, I'll definitely get you to sing happy birthday.
Oh, wait, hold up. We're bringing her on.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm going to pull this up because I want to pull some pictures up and let you say happy birthday to her. That'd be wonderful. And I'm waiting for that. I got that clip coming as well that we're going to pull up a view. Let me see here. I have in this one. Yeah. Okay. Let me pull a few pictures of her up and you can just say happy birthday. Her name is Felicia and she is fabulous 50. And you'll see what I mean by fabulous. Here she goes.
Boom, 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 boom. Well, we don't have time to do the whole song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. That's the falsetto Monday morning. My voice is tired version.
Happy birthday, Felicia. And she is such a beautiful, beautiful jewel to this world, and mother and wife and business owner, and just a super, super wonderful young lady. And I'm so excited to be able to honor her today as she celebrates her 50th birthday. And you can see she is 50 and fabulous and just to drop dead gorgeous. Anyway, happy birthday, Felicia. All right, all right. So let's see. We have this file here. I'm going to share this with you. Video file. Oh, you know what? I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to share the screen.
There you go.
And then see if I can get it over to that particular. Here we go. Great is our God remix. I'll play share the audio too. And let's see if I can get that full screen.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes. Skip to about I'd say like skip to the maybe the 3-minute mark or something like that.
Okay. We're skipping to the 3-minute mark per Gabriel Bellows. Here we go.
It's going by that point.
When everyone has let you down, he's always gonna be around. Always there by your side, you'll surely say,
Here comes one of the best parts.
That's awesome. Let me hear you. Let me hear you. Is your God great? Yeah. I will give thanks to you, Lord, with all my heart. I will tell of your wonders.
thank you so much for watching my music video. I hope
You can watch that
will
afterwards.
order a copy.
That's a little commercial. That's a little commercial.
All right. Wow, wow, wow. You have truly blessed us today here, Gabriel Bello on the Kim Jacobs Show. I don't think the show couldn't have even been nearly as wonderful as it is today. So thank you for gracing us with your presence.
My honor to be here.
I'm so grateful, so grateful. Listen, everybody, make sure that you all go and subscribe to Gabriel Bello's YouTube channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let me put, I want to make sure we get Gabe's. It's called Gabriel Bello, right?
Gabriel Bello Music. And if they go to my website, GabrielBelloMusic.com, they can just link for every social media.
Right
here. My right there under that listen to the best of Gabriel Bello link. It's got the Facebook link, the YouTube link, Instagram, Twitter, even though it's a horrible place, don't go to Twitter. It's my iTunes link, Spotify, and if they want to email me, they can just do that right there from the website. So everything
is right on the actual Okay, so still, I'm going to put subscribe on YouTube to Gabriel Bello Music, and then also go to Gabriel Bello music.com, and everything is there, because that's what you're saying.
But I'm not hard to find on YouTube.
Oh no, I saw you on YouTube. I see you everywhere. You're everywhere. So there you have it. So GabrielBelloMusic.com. If you go there, all of his social media handlers are there, and you can stay connected with him and all of his music. Make sure that you purchase his latest release as well, which great is our God. Oh my gosh, how great is your God? And don't you want to scream it from the mountaintop? Well, guess what? Gabriel Bello did that. He screamed it literally from the mountaintop and from the hills and everywhere to just proclaim the goodness of Christ. So I'm so excited to be able to have that featured here today on the Kim Jacobs Show. Make sure you all also subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show. Please take a moment to subscribe on our YouTube channel. And this is me still promoting definitely Gabriel Bello, and definitely subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show too, right on my YouTube channel. Turn on your notifications and tell everybody that if they do turn the notifications on, guess what? At 11 o'clock a.m. when we go live, you're right here in the studio.
And I just subscribed.
Huh? And
I just subscribed to the Kim Jacobs Show on YouTube.
What? Say it a little bit louder.
Oh, I just subscribed to your YouTube channel.
Did you want to sing it? No, just thank you so much, Gabriel. Oh, you're like, Lord, girl, I didn't subscribe. I did all I can do for you.
I did it. I'm on.
No, everybody, thank you all so much for being a part of today's episode. We have great shows lined up for you all week long, so make sure you tune in. We're going to be learning some wonderful information. We're going to be talking again with some of the additional authors from My Walk Past Hell this week. And then we're also going to be talking with some people pertaining to mental health and awareness. It's quite a few topics that we're going to cover this week. So make sure you're in your virtual seats at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Gabriel,
I was just going to play them out. So
I was going to say, that's why I said you want to play us out.
Yeah, we'll do it. Here we go. Ready?
Okay.
See my song New Day. Y'all be blessed.
All right, everybody. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Gabriel, you are a blessing to the world. Thank you.